Anybody watching my channel will know that I speak a lot about Affinity range of products, Affinity Designer. I really am excited about them. I use them all the time, and it's my go-to products. And I used to be kind of focused and not wanting to look to the left or right until a designer friend of mine said, you know what, you should be open-minded because not every company has the ability to produce 100% of what you're looking for. And in some cases, some softwares are not efficient in doing things fast enough for your workflow. So keep an open mind, but keep your core product at the center. So my core products are the Affinity range. And that's why on the channel, I do a few discussions of some other solutions that can enhance the process. So this is just my journey. If it adds value to you, then so be it. So first thing is that I'm going to talk about 3 products that are online. So you might get desktop versions of them. I'm not sure. I haven't even investigated that, but they pretty much online and they are brilliant at what they do. So if you are a designer or web developer, this is where I started using it more, is that you're looking for images. And I'll start off with this one called Swoosh. What's Squoosh? SQUOOSH.app. I think it has something to do with Google's development team or something like that. But the reason I got out to this was because I was looking at WebP. You know, you get WebM, which is the open source movie compression. There's WebP, which is becoming sort of a relatively popular thing. It's been out for a long while, but that's what caused me to land up here. I was looking for a good compression on images. So anyone who's seen the channel, I've spoken about this program, Casium. Really brilliant program. It's open source, totally free, does batch processing. It is rock star things when it comes to sizing images and keeping quality. Okay, so I don't deny that that's still a brilliant tool, but looking at Squoosh, I love the workflow. So I'm working on the internet and I have an image and I want to resize it, keep quality, etc. This is a lovely tool to go to. So you of course have to be connected to the internet. So let me show you one example. I've been fiddling with an image here already. Let me see if I can find that image again, because it's got a nice sizing to it. Where is it? Okay, so this is a TIFF file, which is like 104 megs, and this lady PNG, it's the same file, which is a 48 meg file. So if I have a file like this that I want to put on a website, you know, I could go to Casium, then I've got to run the program while I'm working on WordPress, or I can just flip open this page, which is an online service. I then take this file, bring it in here. And remember, this is like a 50 meg file. You can see here on the left side at the bottom, 50 megs. Look what it will produce on the side here. Come and just zoom out a bit. Look at this. We're on 1.36 megs from 50 megs. And look here. If I move this and zoom in, on the right hand side is the 1.3 meg. On the left hand side, 50 megs. Isn't that phenomenally incredible? And I mean, usually you're going to view the image at this level. So if I'm using it for web, I would even go further to drop this down to 50 for the web that I use. And let me show you this. It's just doing its working. Okay, so this is good for like a single image. If you're doing batch, then you go use the Casium. But a single image when you're working online, this thing is a rock star. So here, look here, we're on 694 kilobytes. If I zoom in, let me just try and zoom in here. On the left is the 50 megs, and on the right is the 694 kilobytes. Now, if you look closely, you'll look over here, you'll see it will get softened a bit. There's the loss of definition. But now we are pixel chasing. Usually this image at 100% would be somewhere around there, and you would not be able to tell a difference. Okay, I mean, even if you want to get it to its 1 meg and keep the quality still up and running, be my guest. But this is a phenomenal tool. So I'd take this, download this, and use these images. So this is a kind of quick, nice transition. Okay, the second one is going to be remove.bg, which is remove background. Now, that Squoosh, that's a free service. This one has a free service, but it limits the size you can get, like lots of other programs, which kind of is annoying, but developers have to make a living. So if you want to sign up for this service, then you could pay per image that you sort of do your background removal. There's a pricing list. Maybe I should just click through that. So for free, you can get one super high credit that gives you one image conversion. But this is not really what you're even wanting to consider. So just accept the fact that if you want the free version, you're not going to get a background removed and keep the quality of the size of the image. I'm going after a reduced size image because that's what I need for the website. So if that's your indication, then this would be a good solution. If you're looking for the original images, then these are the rates you go to. You can actually include it as an API, a site as such, or in an application. But let me just go back to the point that I was talking about. So here it is. You can upload the image from your computer. You can drop it over here, or you could Control-C and Control-V the file here. So what I'm going to show you now is I'm going to just go to a page like these are logos. Say, for example, you've got this logo and the client wants you to create maybe a favicon or a little logo on their website. Now you've got to go and remove the background. Of course, you can do it in Affinity. You can do it in lots of programs. But isn't this cool? You come to the image, you take it, you drag it, hover over there, bring it here, drop it, and look at this. There we go. There's your thing cleaned up nicely. Although this image is bigger, it gives you a 500 by 500, but in this case, it's pretty much close to the original. And that's happy days. Download it and you can use it. You've cut out the transparency. Maybe we'll look at another one that we could see. Look at this here, M. Okay, I'm not sure if it will cut out this inside, but let's try it. Move it across, drop it over here. And it keeps it for about 40 minutes. Look at that. Intelligently it read there, but also it kind of didn't do the job totally correctly, yeah? But understandably, it's doing an auto thing. You can also go and click on Edit and then restore certain sections. So you can go to Erase. You can brush areas back. You can remove areas. So that's actually a really cool feature if you want to go tweaking a little bit more. For the fun of it, we'll go choose one more. Maybe this Pretty Birds. Righty, let's see what we get here. And drop it here. Drop it like it's hot. There we go. Isn't that awesome? Clears it up, transparent. So once you got it here, download it. There you can use it on your website. Okay, as I'm saying, a lot of programs can do this, but I love this remove.bg's algorithm. It just works cool. For those of you who are wondering, can it be done with real images, not necessarily with vector kind of looking art? Let's do this. Let's choose a simple one first, maybe this lady. Okay, but now I can't drag it because this is Pexel and it's free in any case. So if you go to Pexel, you can get all these high quality images for free. But we're going to go now and remove. Let's see, we're going to remove the background of this image. Drop it there. How about this? Look at this. There we go. Clean up just like that. I think this is incredible. And it does it relatively consistently. Let's choose a slightly more cluttered image that is a bit too busy. Maybe we can choose. Okay. I'm not going to overcomplicate, or maybe I should complicate it. Let's take this one. Let's see if there's at least definition around there. Okay. So you've got to be selective about which ones you use because, I mean, if it's going to stretch the software a bit, then that's not the purpose this is handy for. So let's see what it does. Look at that. You're going to probably have to tweak a little bit in the hair, but pretty much there we go. If we drop in let's just do a test background. Man, oh man. I mean, just for a quick cutout, that's literally 5 seconds. And then I've got to do the very last one. Now I'm a sucker for getting proof of these things working. I think this would be one where I would use it quite often just to clear up a color background. A simple thing like this. There we go. Let's get this image. Boom. So I'll come in there, drag, drop. There we go. 5 seconds, boom. And of course there's a bit of yellow cast on it, but look at this. clear, download, and it's a 600 pixel. I'm okay with that. If you want to get the full one, of course, do the subscription story. Then the next app. Now this looks like a bit of conflict of interest because I am talking now about a online, almost, if you could call it, a Photoshop kind of replacement. These icons kind of look like Photoshop kind of thing. And I've moved away from that to be at the affinity range. But I think this is actually a brilliant tool. It's in the cloud. If you're wanting a quick solution, it's totally free. If you allow these ads to run here, it's free. That's how the developer makes their money. It's got some key features over here that is really cool to use. And it's, like I said, it's in the cloud, it's online. I think it's totally brilliant. What I would use it for, and this is for affinity users, I've done a tutorial on how to convert from pixel-based to vector. This one's got a feature built into it, so I think this would probably be my go-to one now. The other programs were like just, you know, a single screen, upload an image, process, download an image. This is an application that you're running in the cloud. Because, I mean, if you go to image here, you can see all of the layers. You work with it like a graphic design program. So let me just show you what I mean here. If I had to take, let's go to File, Open. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just drag this one while we're at it because we are online. So if I want these two birds and I want to create them as vectors, I'll just drag them across here. Okay, you see it's going HTM. It doesn't do what the background removal does. It reads that there's an image and pulls it back. So I have to go and possibly go download this image. Maybe right click, save images. Oh, no, wait, what I can do at this stage is go here and say copy image. No, that's cool. And I'll come here and I'll say paste. That should be fine. So if we want to convert this to vector, look at this cool vectorized bitmap. Okay, so you're looking at it here, it looks like, oh no, this is a waste of time. But that's because we've got segmentize on, so it's putting it into segments and reduce noise. Let's just disable these, see what we come up with. Look at that. Okay, there's a bit of lack of clarity here. That's why we're having this little defect and here at the bottom. So it's not the world's greatest. We can maybe do a bit of tweaks, see what we come up with here. Yeah, so I think you would have selectively choose your cases. I don't think that's an impressive example. Let's just try and find one that could become, if we open this, okay, let's say save or copy image, do the same here, do a new page. You see, this looks like really like full-on package, but let's go and say paste. Well, where are we? Paste. So we've got that image, and now I'm going to go to Edit, Vectorize, and look at that. That is rock star stuff. Okay, you've got to have a bit of edge here, which you can go tweak inside Affinity Designer. But look at the other elements. Really, really, really cool. And this is vector here. So if I say OK, and I'm going to just export this. How do I export it? SVG. Okay, it's got a lot of other export features I saw here. I was wondering if these are the only, but you go under more. There's quite a few there. So I'm going to go SVG and just say, where am I going to save that? Okay, and in this folder, I am going to go and drag it onto. And now, where did it go to? Did I do it correctly? Show in folder, drag there, hover there. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's not that perfect circle here. I mean, if you look at the things, but I would go grab that and I would click smooth curves just to reduce the amount of segments. And then, yeah, you know, you're going to have to do a bit of cleanup here. Maybe we can get that to be a nice edge there. Delete that one off. Anyhow, I think you get the idea that you can get pretty close to what we're looking at, although this is a simple logo. Okay, so hopefully that gives you some sort of insight. That squish thing, the remove BG for background, and I can never remember the name of this thing. What's it? Photopia. And it's pretty much a lot of cool features here. So spend some time here. You see this thing is kind of almost a Photoshop lookalike story. But it will be a good tool that if you're caught in the desert and you don't have your laptop with you, you can just log on online and fiddle around with this. It will be of great help. Great stuff. Have a fantastic day, and may Elohim bless you.